Right, good morning everyone, good afternoon, good evening. This is Dan with Ledger Support. I hope you are all doing okay. So I'm back for this edition of live support as usual. So this is our daily show. You can ask me absolutely anything. You just have to type your question in the chat, and I'll go through each question one by one. So don't hesitate if you need support with your Ledger device, you're having an issue, or you just have a question for me, something related to crypto, something related to Ledger, something related to anything really. So yeah, this is the time for me to talk with you, the community, and yeah, if I can help, I will for sure. So just before we start, can you please, guys, as usual, just give me a little feedback. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay, and that the sound is good, the image is good. I apologize if you can hear some background noise. It's very, very hot in Paris today, so I have to use a fan, and the fan is pointing at my mic, so you might hear some slight background noise, so apologies for this. Besides that, yeah, I'm going to start the live, just waiting for you to tell me that, yeah, if the sound is good. I can see like a lot of questions in the chat. Okay, so I'll just assume that you guys can hear me okay. If there's an issue, just drop it in the chat as well so I can fix on the fly. Cool. All right, so let's start. And the first question is from Black Enzo, asking any updates on version 2.62 being released? Yeah, so that's a good question. The answer is that 2.62 actually is being held back for the moment because there's been some issues with the macOS version. So the macOS version was a little buggy, so that's why we had to pause the rollout of 2.62. And some people got it, they updated on time when they got the notification. For example, myself, I got the notification on time, so I was able to update. So I'm running 2.62.0 version, but some of you guys might still be on 2.60.0 version, which is currently the latest version, right? Because 2.62 has been paused. So the engineers are currently working on fixing 2.62 for macOS users. Once that's been fixed, then you guys will get the notification to update again in Ledger Live. I strongly recommend that you update because, especially if you're holding Polkadot, this version is fixing the issue where you can't unbond your dots. That's a bug that's affecting version 2.60 but not 2.62. There's also a bug with Solana that will lead to an error message on Solana, internet went down or something like that, and that bug is also fixed by 2.62. So whenever the version becomes available again, so I would strongly encourage you guys to update. It's a good update and it's perfectly safe again. Okay, next question, Desmond Kwan. Thank you, Dan. Yesterday I connected my Ledger device to MetaMask. It works, bypass, so I can swap it. So thank you so much, appreciate it. Yeah, thanks Desmond for the update. Just for context, Desmond had an issue when swapping in Ledger Live. He was getting a operation denied on device error. Turns out that this issue is most likely caused by Wallet Connect in Ledger Live. So if you guys are using Wallet Connect to connect to external dApps, then you might be facing this issue as well. The current implementation of Wallet Connect is not working in Ledger Live. So yeah, that's the reason why you might get the operation denied on device error. That being said, you're not stuck with Ledger Live. Okay, so if you get this issue, then instead of using a dApp, swap option in Ledger Live, you can just use, you can just go to open your browser and just go to, for example, I don't know, PairSwap, the PairSwap website, and then you'll just need to connect your Ledger device to MetaMask, and then you can connect that to PairSwap directly, and then you'll be able to swap. Okay, so this issue only affects people that are trying to swap within Ledger Live by connecting Ledger Connect, by using Wallet Connect. Okay, cool. All right, next question. I can see questions piling in the chat. Rob, so I've been scammed. My BTC is gone. My first question is, what do I do next? I have pending transfer from Voyager. Will those coins be stolen too? Is my NanoX just a paperweight? The worst part is I'm not getting any help. Maybe this forum will. Yeah, Rob, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sorry that you are scammed. So I'm guessing the only way to get scammed is to, maybe you share your 20-forward recovery phrase with a scammer, maybe a fake Ledger account or a fake Ledger employee. There's unfortunately a lot of them on social media. So guys, like just general warning, but if you disclose your 20-forward recovery phrase to anyone on the internet, or if you type it anywhere, or if you take a picture of it, then that might compromise the phrase, and there is a high chance that your coins will be gone. So maybe that's what happened to you, Rob. So here's what you can do. So first of all, please do open a ticket via our help center. So you can just go to support.ledger.com. I'm going to drop the link for you, and send us a ticket. Okay. Now, in terms of what you can expect, so basically we can assist the police with the investigation. So yeah, just send us a ticket, but also open a police case with your local police, so they can start an investigation. And then once you open the ticket, we'll connect. We'll assist the police if they need help tracking the funds. That being said, just to be very, very clear and realistic, when it comes to that, scammers usually will very quickly funnel your funds through multiple exchanges and multiple dApps, and they have their own networks to launder the funds, unfortunately. So they're usually very good and very quick at it. So the chances of you recovering the funds are slim, to be very honest with you. If that's what happened, if someone got your 20-forward recovery phrase, then unfortunately the chances of recovery are slim. That being said, we're happy to assist the police if they need help tracking the funds. Again, just send us a ticket, open a ticket with us, so we can help. Also, concerning a question regarding Voyager, so the coins in Voyager, so if your coins are still with Voyager in Voyager's wallets, then they're good because they're secured by different private keys. If the coins are pending transfer and the destination is your Ledger accounts that have been compromised, then yes, those coins will be probably swept. So, most definitely monitor those accounts. If you can, just go on Voyager and just cancel the transactions. It might not be too late to do it. Just do it right now if you can. Cancel the transaction as fast as you can. If the transactions are still ongoing, then you might be able to outspeed the hackers by just, as soon as you see the coins arriving in your account, just send them back to Voyager directly. Then what you can do is completely empty your other accounts. So hackers will typically have ways where they will sweep some of your accounts, but maybe they will forget one of your accounts. So if you can still see some accounts with funds, just move them out of your Ledger account for now, and then you'll need to restore your private keys on your device, just to make sure that you start fresh and that the new private keys in your device are not compromised. In this case, you can follow this tutorial here that will teach you how to empty your accounts and how to create new safe private keys. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat as well, Rob. And hopefully that will wait. And again, I'm sorry to hear that you got scammed. For everybody listening, again, the only way to get scammed is really to share your 20-forward recovery phrase with a hacker or a scammer, typically someone on social media that will pretend to be Ledger, or someone that will direct you to a fake Ledger website that will maybe look just like Ledger Live, but at some point it will ask you for your 20-forward recovery phrase, and that's when you get scammed. So yeah, just be super careful, never disclose, never share your 20-forwards. anyone with the 24 words will be able to access your accounts, even if they don't have access to your device. Okay, next question, Tmail Flash. I took your advice 3 days ago and left my X plugged into WordPress source. After 3 straight days, I cannot even power it up unless I plug it back in the wall. Even then, I'm still getting the error. Battery cannot charge message. Please advise. Tmail Flash. In this case, if that didn't work, just open a ticket with us and we'll replace the device. That's the only thing we can do, because this means that there is an issue with the battery, so we'll just replace the device for you. So you can get a hold of us via the support page. So go to support.ledger.com. This is the website here. I'll drop the link in the chat for you. And yeah, so do get in touch, explain what's happening in the email, and then yeah, and then we'll replace the device for you. Okay, next question, Sandra Gray. Can we swap XRP to XLM currently on Ledger Live in the USA? If not, is there a workaround? Okay, that's a good question, Sandra. So I'm going to try to see if I can do that on my setup. Now, that being said, like, I'm not located in the US, so the services I've got access to might be different from the services you have access to, but I do think you should be able to swap, what did you say, like XRP to XLM? Yeah. So yeah, so typically you would go into the swap section here, and then you would, so assuming you already have an XRP account and an XLM account, so make sure you've got both, okay? Before you even touch the swap option here, you need to make sure that you've created an XRP account, which you should have, but also you will need a XLM account. So make sure you install that with your device, okay? Once you've got both accounts, then you can go into swap here, and then you can select XRP as the from account, and then XLM as the destination account. There you go. And then you can select how much coins you want to swap, and then proceed to do the exchange. That being said, there is a minimum required, so it seems to be 94 XRP. So yeah, just keep that in mind. At least that's your message I'm getting here. I just don't have enough XRP to do the swap for you. Just so you know, there will be a fee as well. So this service is not free. There is a fee that's going to be collected. So before you accept the exchange, you'll have to accept the exchange on your device, by the way, okay? You'll be presented with a review of the transaction, including the fee that you will pay for the swap. Make sure that you agree with the fee and you accept the fee, and before you validate the transaction, okay? Because there's been instances in the past where people have been swapping, and then the fees was like they didn't pay attention to the fee, and then they ended up swapping and paying a fee that was more than they expected, and then they were just very surprised. So make sure that, not saying that the fee will be expensive, but make sure that you double check the fee before you accept the exchange. And yeah, that should work. Okay, next question from GTube 1999. When staking ETH on Ledger Live with Killian, the FAQ states your ETH is deposited into the ETH deposit contract and associated with the validation key that Killian generates for you. Okay, is this different than your private keys? I would think that your private keys are not exposed, as that is the reason to have a hardware wallet. I can't see Ledger having support for Killian. If the private keys are exposed, can you give me more info as to how the process of staking ETH with Killian works using Ledger Live, and confirm that your private keys remain safe? And then there is another question about Cardano. Okay, so GTube, yes. So just to clarify, so the way Killian works is whenever you stake via the service, two keys are being generated. Okay, there is a validation key and there is a withdrawal key. Killian needs the validator key to be able to stake on your behalf. Okay, because as you might know, Ethereum validators, their main job is to create new blocks of transactions for the network, and so they need a key to sign to be able to perform the validator duties, so namely attesting new blocks and proposing blocks. And so in order to do this, they will need a signing key. Okay, so that signing key is held by Qilin. Okay, they need it to validate on your behalf. However, this is where the self-custodial part comes in. Once you delegate your ETH to Qilin, when you stake with Qilin, should I say, you are also issued a withdrawal key that is stored directly in your ledger device. And this withdrawal key is the only key that allows you to withdraw your ETH and your ETH rewards during validation. So in fact, because you have this withdrawal key, you're the only person to be able to unstake your ETH and to have access to your ETH rewards. So technically speaking, you're the only person to have access to your ETH, okay? Yeah, so I hope that answers the question. So again, there is two keys. One is kept with Qilin, the other one is kept with you, but you have the keys that's most important because that's the key that will allow you to withdraw your ETH back to your ledger account and also withdraw your rewards. So I hope that makes sense. Next question, Sandra as well. I also have USDC sitting in Voyager. Need to know how to move it to my ledger. Sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. So it depends. There's multiple accounts where you can store for storing your USDC, Sandra. I don't know which networks Voyager supports, but I'm gonna guess that Voyager's supports Ethereum. So in which case it's pretty easy. You would go in Ledger Live, you would create an Ethereum account, okay? So you would go through the process of creating the account. So you would need to use your device like that. So I'm just running you through the whole process here. So you would, create your Ethereum account in Ledger Live, okay? Boom, add the account. So that would be your new empty account. Then you would go inside the account, okay? Click the receive button, select that account, click continue, and then Ledger Live and your device will give you an address, okay? So you have to very carefully verify that the address that displays on the device is the same as the address that displays on Ledger Live. If they match, then you can copy this address and then you can use this address in Voyager to withdraw your ETH to your Ethereum account in Ledger Live. Okay, your Ethereum account in Ledger Live, which is secured by your Ledger device. When you withdraw from Voyager, they will typically ask you two pieces of information, I guess. They will ask you for the address, so this is the address. They might also ask you for the network. So the network in this case will be the Ethereum network, okay? And so once the transaction has confirmed on the Ethereum network, you should be able to see your USDC directly under your ETH balance. Okay, so typically you will see your tokens. Let me show you what that would look like. See, like here's another Ethereum account that I own. I've got a little bit of ETH to pay for transaction fee, and your USDC will appear somewhere here, like as a token. And make sure you also send some ETH if you can to the same account, because if later you want to send your USDC back to a different exchange or to a different address, then you will need some ETH in the same account as your USDC to pay for that transaction fee. Okay, but if you for now, you can just send the USDC from the account. You don't need ETH to do this. Okay, hope I answered your question here. GTube, so follow-up question, what about when staking ADA with ADA Lite? When you confirm exporting your private keys, please confirm that this is safe as well and private keys remain safe. Yeah, completely safe. Again, like exporting the private keys is safe. ADA Lite needs it to be able to monitor your account, but the private keys are always safe in the device, okay? The public keys are derived from the private keys, but because cryptography is so strong when it comes to Ledger devices, there is no way to reverse engineer the private keys from the public keys. So don't worry, exporting your public keys is super, super safe, and that will not compromise your account, okay? Next, Alan Charles. Drop of PSYOP tokens and connected my Ledger Nano X wallet. They initially took BNB token. Then I texted Ledger with a live person, told them what happened, and the only thing they could do was, at the end of everything, I went back to. So there is something missing here, Alan. At the end of everything, I went back to my ledger and rest of my wallet. The entire crypto has been taken from my wallet, and then back and sent another email for help. Okay, so Alan, I'm sorry to hear that as well. For me, this is a red flag when you said they texted Ledger with a live person. So we don't support texting or DMs or any form of private communication besides email via the support page. So if someone texted you, that was a scammer. And I'm guessing that they asked you for your 20-forward recovery phrase. If that's the case, then as soon as you share your 20-forward recovery phrase, then that scammer would have access to your accounts and would be able to sweep your accounts. Like I said, for Rob, there is not much we can do, unfortunately, because scammers are very quick at, they'll send the money to their own wallet and then, use some shady exchanges offshore to launder the money. But that being said, you can, we're willing to, the first thing you should do is, of course, approach your local police, file a complaint, and then you can reach out to us via the help center and send us an email so we can assist the police to help recover the funds. Again, the chances of recovery, guys, in this case are very slim, but there's been some successful attempt. But to be honest, once the funds are gone, it's very, very difficult to get them back. But Alan, do contact us. Okay, do go to the police first, and then do contact us if the police wants some help tracking the funds. We can be found at Ledger, support.ledger.com. Just click the contact us button here, start a conversation, and you'll talk to a live agent. This is the only way to safely, privately communicate with us. Okay. I'm just going to drop that link for you in the chat, Alan, so you can get in touch. And again, sorry to hear that that's what happened. Rob, yeah, okay, so unfortunately I started a Twitter conversation with a scammer posing a Ledger Live support. Yeah, guys. Tons of scammers on social, particularly on Twitter. Twitter, a dangerous place. Tons of fake accounts. Maybe I can show you an example of a fake account, but there's a ton of them. Twitter is just not very good. We try to combat those fake accounts, but Twitter, it's so easy to create a fake account that we can't possibly, it's a bit of a whack-a-mole sort of game where we can't possibly squash all of them. So here's an example of a fake account. Again, this is a fake account. Okay, you can see it's asking this person here to send a private message. Like a real account will never send you a private message, and the name is all wrong. The handle is all wrong. The only legit account is this one. Okay, Ledger_support. We have a badge, a Ledger badge, and we have a golden check mark as well. We have about 56k followers, and the account was created on August 2019. And again, we will never ask you for a 20-forward recovery phrase. Okay, anyone asking you for your 20-forward recovery phrase is just trying to scam you, so be super careful. Okay, next question. HBAR Ninja, I'm having trouble moving my Arbitrum. I don't see it on my Ledger Live, but not on mobile. I can see it on my Ledger Live, but not on mobile. HBAR Ninja, you want to make sure that you have the latest version of Ledger Live on mobile. You might need to go into the App Store and manually update the app just to make sure it's there. Make sure you're adding the correct account as well to mobile. Okay, so you should be, if it's an Arbitrum account, that should be Ledger. That should be an account with this logo here, the little Arbitrum logo. We've had cases where people would send their ARB tokens, for example, to the Ledger Ethereum account by mistake because the flow is not super clear. It's been improved in the last version of Ledger Live, but not everyone has access to that version for now. If so update. So again, update the app. Okay, update Ledger Live, and then once you're done, open Ledger Live and clear the cache in Ledger Live as well in the mobile app, and that might resynchronize the balances, and you might be able to see your coins here. To clear the cache, you will have to go into the settings. Okay, on your phone, you tap the little gear button here. Then you go, you tap help, and then clear cache. Okay, so settings, settings, help, and then clear the cache. And that should resynchronize the accounts, and you should be able to see your funds. If you still can't see it, then let me know and we'll try something different. Okay, next question. Alan asked for a proof of who she was. Okay, so that's the scammer. Took me to a picture and info. Yeah. So that sounds like a scam. Martyr. I want a refund. It depends. So for refund requests, you will need to open a ticket, Marta. I'm going to share the link here, and then we have a team that will process that will check if you're eligible for refund, and then they will process your demand. So yeah, you can send us an email and we'll see what we can do for you. Okay, next, so Sandra, yeah, so that's a conversation with Rob. Sandra, I had a scammer try to help me through Twitter one time, but I picked up on it quick enough, time to get an answer from the experts. Ground level experience, I need to know. So I confirmed there are tons of scammers all over the place, guys. And again, we're trying our best to combat scammers and to educate, and this is part of the education actually that we provide to you guys, just to tell you that it's dangerous. You should never share your 24-hour recovery phrase. We do very often also communicate on Twitter and tell people not to be careful with scams and things like that, but it's just too easy for scammers to create new accounts. Twitter is not very good at moderating scam accounts. We have a team internally that's trying to quash scam accounts, but there's just too many of them. So you just have to be super careful. And that's not just on Twitter, right? But scams can happen on Facebook, on YouTube, but to a lesser extent on Instagram, on potentially old channels, right? On Telegram. So yeah, be super careful. Again, do not share your 24-hour recovery phrase. Okay, so I'm gonna move past the conversation about scammers. Karine is asking, so I sent Arbitrum to the wrong network from Binance, specified Arbitrum network, but provided the Ethereum Arbitrum address. I can't see my coin ledger, thank you. So Karine, I'm suspecting that your ARB tokens are probably in your Ethereum account. So what I would say is just go in Ledger Live, add an Ethereum account, and check if you can see your ARB tokens in the account. They should be there. If you can't see them, then you can do the same thing, add a Binance Smart Chain account. That's the next thing I should check. Add a Binance Smart Chain account just like this, and check if you can see your ARB there. You might also want to go into the Discover section. If you want to know exactly where the ARBs are, another option is to go into the Discover section here. You scroll down to this app called Zerion. I think I passed it. Yeah, where is it? Zerion. Okay, here we go, Zerion. So open Zerion, and so Zerion will basically read your address on multiple different blockchains, and will show you on which blockchains your ARB tokens are. Okay, you can see here my balance, for example, it's showing me Pepe on Ethereum, ETH on Arbitrum, Lido on Ethereum, Tether on Polygon, Gala on Ethereum, and so on and so forth. So this is a pretty good tool to understand where the ARBs have gone, and then depending on where the ARBs have gone, so for example, if it's on Ethereum, then you can go ahead and add a Ethereum account, okay, in Ledger Live, and you should be able to find the tokens. So I hope that helps. Okay. So Gertie, any idea when Kaspa would be on Ledger, please? I don't have any ETA for you, unfortunately. I know we're working on it, but yeah, just follow us. You know, just we'll communicate. You can follow us on Twitter if you wanna stay up to date. But again, be careful with scammers on Twitter. Just make sure to follow the correct accounts. So that would be this account here. Okay, Ledger Support. I'll share the link with you, so you can follow us on Twitter. We'll definitely communicate once the app is the Caspa has been integrated. Yeah. So Rob, yeah, what do I do now? Yeah, I think I answered this question. Ok. MA, est-il possible de poser une question en français? Oui, tu peux poser une question en français si tu veux. Alisher DXB, hello, when will be the update? So Alisher, I'm not sure which update you are talking about, but if you're referring to the 2.62.2 update of Ledger Live, then it's been paused currently because there's been some issues with macOS users. So that's why we paused the update. So some people are on the latest version, which is 2.62.0. So that would be, for example, me, I'm on the latest version. So you can see here 2.62.0, but some people are still on 2.60. So I don't have an ETA for you. I don't know when you will resume to pushing the update, but once we do, you will get a orange notification banner here at the top asking you to update. I would strongly recommend that you do. So I hope that answers your question here. Okay, Can Gamble. Is it possible? Wow, okay, sorry, I lost track, guys, because there's a lot of questions. Is it possible to see the token balances for IOTA in Ledger portfolio accounts using Firefly as a third-party wallet? If not, so you'll need to use a third-party wallet. Yeah, for example, Firefly. I don't have an ETA for you, unfortunately, on when that's going to be added to Ledger Live. But yeah, for now, keep using Firefly. MA, so question in French. Est-ce que absolument toutes les cryptos prises en charge sur Ledger bénéficient du même niveau de sécurité ou certaines le sont plus que d'autres à stocker avec Ledger? Le niveau de sécurité est le même pour toutes les cryptos qui sont sécurisées sur ton Ledger. Donc voilà, c'est la sécurité la même pour toutes les cryptos. Toutes les private keys sont sécurisées par le device. C'est la même chose pour tous les comptes. Donc j'espère que ça répond à ta question. Okay, next, Daniel. Hey Daniel. Dan, how can we transfer my Quant coins on the same account where I have the ETH? Okay, because I have them on a different account, I cannot send my Quant to Binance Exchange. I have enough ETH for the fees. Okay, Daniel, just tell me on which accounts your Quants currently are, and I'll tell you how to do it. If your Quants are currently in a different Ethereum account that doesn't have ETH, let's say, for example, you've got two Ethereum accounts, okay? You've got one Ethereum account with Quant but no ETH, and a second account with ETH but no Quant. Then in this case, I would say, like, create a transaction from your, send your ETH from the account with ETH to the account with Quant. Okay, so you'll just be moving your ETH to the account that has the Quant, so you consolidate everything into the same account. You can do this by just very simply, you go in Ledger Live, use your device. For example, let's say this is your account with Quant. You go ahead, you create a receiving address, just like that. You copy the address, you verify it on your device, boom. And then you go into your other account that has the ETH, and then you send, let's say, for example, you select your other account that has ETH but no Quant. And then you use the address from the other accounts, and then you send a transaction like that. And what you want is to have the ETH and the tokens in the same accounts, so you can always pay for transaction fee. Okay, next question. Stuart, welcome back, Stuart. I see a familiar face here. Any advice for past near transaction displaying as failed? I try clearing the cache. Yeah, there's an issue with near transactions, Stuart, on Ledger Live. So I would say for now, just use a third-party wallet called, it's just called a Near wallet. So I would suggest using that. instead of Ledger Live for now. Near Wallet is pretty good, but it's a little tricky to set up. So yeah, just make sure you follow all the steps very carefully. There's a video as well that I made that shows how to use the Near Wallet. There is one step, for example, where you will have to do the same thing basically twice. Okay, so yeah, so steps 4. So basically, step 4 to step 10, you'll be doing the same thing twice. Okay, but this is on purpose. Okay, this is not a bug. This is not an error in the article. So just carefully follow those steps and use that while we're working on fixing the issue, Stuart. And whenever it's fixed, we'll let people know on Twitter. And yeah, apologies for the bug. Rob, Voyager won't allow cancel. Okay, so the only option is to try to outspeed the hacker and to get the funds. You know, monitor the accounts. As soon as you see the crypto in Ledger Live, try to move them out back to Voyager as soon as you can. Okay, that's the only way you can do it. Next, Alisha, DXB, when updated. When will the update be available for DOT staking? How can I stake DOT again? So Alisher, yeah, the update for that fixes the DOT staking issue in Ledger Live will be available when we resume the rollout of version 2.62.0, which is currently paused because of issue on Mac. There is no ETA when we'll resume rolling out this version, hopefully by the end of the week, but not a promise. For now, if you don't have this version, what you can do instead is you can use Talisman, which is a third-party wallet. You can connect your Ledger device to Talisman, and you can use that to unstake and manage your stakes and your accounts and everything. So let me drop the link for you, so you can use that until we fix the bug. Okay. Next question, Solarnicus. Is it safe to replace the screen on a Nano X? It's been 5 years old and very dim now. So yes, I would say if you know what you're doing, then yes, but you might be damaging the device in the process. So I can't guarantee that it's completely safe. It depends on your level of expertise. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. But you know, even if you damage the device, you're fine as long as you have U24 recovery phrase. Okay, the coins are really secured by U24 recovery phrase, not the device. So let's say your device breaks, well, you can get a new one and restore your accounts and private keys with by typing the recovery phrase into the new device. So you don't really have to worry too much about it. Now that being said, Solarnicus, we have a replacement program for Nano S holders that want to upgrade to a Nano S Plus, which is displayed here. I would strongly recommend it. The Nano S Plus is so much better than the Nano S. It's got so much more storage. You will get a discount to upgrade to a Nano S Plus, and you will get to keep your Nano S as a backup as well. So you get to keep the Nano S, and then you get a Nano S Plus for discounts, which is a good deal. And really, you'll appreciate the new device. And yeah, once you've got your Nano S Plus, you can just use the same recovery phrase, put it in the Nano S Plus, and then you'll have two devices with the same private keys, and you can use the S as a backup. If you are interested in doing this, then I would say just get a hold of us via the support page, and you can even mention my name, and so I will process the tickets for you, and we'll see what we can do for you. So here's the link to get a hold of us. Cool. Next, Daniel. Dan, I received some NFT drop on Polygon Matic network in my NFT. Names are Optimism NFT tickets. You drop. Okay, what are they? They're scams, Dan. They're all scams. It's called address poisoning scam. It's just a way, they will spam your address, and typically those NFTs, those NFTs will have malicious links attached to them, or they'll try to trick you in some ways, or to funnel you into some scammy websites. So it's not dangerous to keep those NFTs in your account. Actually, it's actually recommended to not touch them. Right? It's perfectly safe to have them in your account. Just ignore them. What you can do, because I'm I'm guessing you don't want to see them in Ledger Live. What you can do instead is hide the NFTs. So you would just like go into your Polygon account, for example. Let's say you wanna, you wanna hide this NFT. This is another scam NFT that I receive. So you select the NFT you want to hide, right click, boom, hide the NFT collection, and then hide, and that's it. And then it's gone. Okay. It's still in your account, but at least you won't have to see it in Ledger Live. So that minimizes the chances of accidentally clicking on it or whatever. If you want to read more about this particular scam, it's called address poisoning, and we have a Help Center article that describes best practices and how to protect yourself against it. So let me share that with you. Yeah, but again, it's safe to keep them in your account. Just don't do anything with them. Don't try to send them out of your account, okay? Because that's when things might get a little dicey. Okay, next, infects, have they been pushed back again? So I'm not sure what you're referring to. The pushback, maybe the latest version of Ledger Live. I'm not sure if you could explain a little better what you mean. Next, Alisher, how to check if your seed phrase is safe? Okay, good question. So there is an app that will let you actually check if your recovery phrase is correctly backed up. Let me show you guys how to access the app. You would connect your Ledger device, okay? You go into the manager, allow a secure connection, and then, so let's just wait for a second. Then there is an app called Recovery. Okay, so install the app on your device, okay? Then exit the manager like that. And then you can open the Recovery app. Okay, Recovery Check app is called. And the app basically will ask you to type your recovery phrase into the app, into the device, which is the only place where it's safe to type your recovery phrase. Okay. Then you'll select the number of words. Okay, so 24 words. And then it will ask you to type your words one by one. And once you're done, it will do a check to verify if the words that are backed up on your recovery phrase are the same, if basically we'll check if the recovery phrase is correctly backed up. Okay. If there is an issue, we'll tell you like, okay, well, the words that you just entered are not correct, and in which case there might be an issue with the recovery phrase. Maybe you misspelled one of the words. So yeah, you might need attention. But typically, like you'll pass the test and you're good to go. It means that the phrase is correctly backed up. Again, do not type your recovery phrase anywhere else. Okay, you will never type it into Ledger Live. You will never type it into any website. You will never share your recovery phrase with anyone because that will be someone trying to scam you. Basically, the only safe place to type your recovery phrase is into a Ledger device, nowhere else. Okay, that's super important. Okay, all right. Next questions. Sandra, thank you, Dan. Yeah, no worries, Sandra. You're welcome. Alan S. I have cases. Okay. Okay. So let me read this. Let me start over. The beginning of my exchange was not there. I believe they were offering an airdrop of PSYOP tokens and connected my Ledger NanoX. They initially took the BNB token and texted Ledger with the last suggestion to freeze my wallet, or that I could do. Freeze your wallet? That sounds like a scam. After I explained below, at the end of everything, I went back to my Ledger wallet, and the rest of the entire crypto has been taken from my wallet, and then went back and sent another email for help with the additional stolen crypto and was given Case ID, mentioned working with Ledger. I texted and explained, okay, send a link to Ledger that took me to a picture, a QR code. Okay, Alan, if you have I believe they were offering. Okay, so Alan, if you could share your Case ID number in the chat. So yeah, so I can check your case, okay? because yeah, I'll need to look into more details, and maybe I'll request more details. So yeah, if you could share the 6-digit number that was given to you, just drop it in the chat or in the comments under the video, so I can follow up, and we'll see what we can do. But again, I just want to, I just want to, correctly situate expectations. If the coins are gone, unfortunately, there isn't much we can do. But help the police potentially track the funds. If the scammers have moved the funds to an exchange, and the police is able to compel the exchange to freeze the funds, then there might be a possibility for you to recover the funds. Okay, but yeah, again, just please share your case ID number so I can follow up. Linwood Jones. Hey Linwood, I hope you're doing well. Another familiar face here in the chat. Next question from no name. Hey Dan, been getting a lot of Polygon NFT drops. Just have to keep hiding them. Yes, just keep hiding them. It's just a common scamming technique. Again, it's perfectly safe to have those NFTs in your account. Just don't interact with them. Don't try to move them or send them, or don't visit the NFT page on OpenSea, because there might be a suspicious link to a website that is scammy. So yeah, just stay away from those NFTs. Hide them in Ledger Live, and that's the only thing you need to do. You don't need to worry. Alan, okay, I didn't share my 24 word. Okay, Alan, but if you sign a transaction, so there is another way to get hacked, and that would be if you signed a transaction, you blind signed a transaction that was actually, you signed a transaction that you didn't understand, and the transaction actually was, it's what we call a malicious transaction. And those will, give the person that makes you sign the transaction access to certain accounts. That might be what happened here. But the fact that they were able to steal from other accounts tells me that maybe something else happened. So I'd love to have a look at the tickets, if you could share that as well. Cool. Next question. MA, merci beaucoup. Yeah, y a pas de quoi, MA. X9, Mr. Dan, I'm unable to unstake my Tron from Nano X Plus. Please upload from tutorial video about it so I can see deeply how to unstake. Otherwise, you do something in Nano S Plus for easy unstaking. Okay, X9, yeah, that's normal. Staking is broken right now in Ledger Live because the Tron network has created a new way to stake. Let me share. Okay, so I get your request to create a video. I think that's a good idea. In the meantime, let me share with you a tutorial that will teach you how to use TronScan to stake. I know it might be a little difficult, but while you wait for the video, maybe that will help you. Okay, next. Okay, Pops. Not a question. Alisher DXB, what about nominating validator? Can I do it with Talisman? Yes, you can also do it with Talisman, Alisher. You can basically do most things you can do in Ledger Live, you can also do in Talisman. I might share with you another alternative to Talisman called the Staking Dashboard. It's also great for managing your stakes. It has more granular information about staking than Talisman. Talisman is more like for general audience, not too technical, but the Staking Dashboard is a little more in depth. So you might also want to look into it, and you might like the Staking Dashboard better than Talisman. Okay, next. Daniel, yeah, thank you, Dan, for clarifying both my questions. Yeah, you are welcome, Daniel, anytime. Josh, hey Dan, wanting to say thank you for your support. I figured out my HBAR issue and forgot to add the account. Great, yeah, I saw your comments under the last video as well. So I'm glad you found your coins, Josh. Yeah, if you have any other question, please drop in the chat. So yeah, well, yeah, just ask me anything if you need anything else. But thank you for the shout out. CF Nano X 2.2.1 firmware release notes. Yeah, so the release notes I don't think are available in the Help Center right now. Typically, we'll wait until the firmware is fully released to everybody to release the notes, and so you can expect that later once we finish updating the firmware for Nano X users. Okay. Alashur as well. I have Windows. Even there is no update for 2.62. It's still 2.60. Yeah, that's normal, Alashur. It's because we paused 2.62 release after like a couple hours after it went live because there was issues. Yeah, there was a bunch of issues with like Mac users. Mac users signaled that there was an issue with 2.69, so we paused the update, and that the only way, like 2.60 is the only update. Sorry, not update, but version that's available. So just stay on that for a while. But as soon as we resume rolling out 2.62, then please do update, because that will actually solve the issue with Polkadot. Alan, is there a way to direct chat? I'm sick to my stomach. I lost a huge amount of crypto. I know it might be unlucky to recover, but I'm completely lost. Thanks, Dan. Yes, Alan. There is a direct chat. Let me share that with you. And I'm so sorry to hear what happened to you, and I totally get it. It's a horrible feeling. We'll try our best to help you. Okay, like if there is anything that we can do, just we'll try anything we can, although again, slim chances, but we'll try our best to help here. But we need the police to get involved. We cannot do anything by ourselves. Okay, we'll need the police to contact us so we can assist them. We don't have the power to freeze funds, to ask an exchange to freeze funds or anything like that. So Alan, the way you can talk to us is by going into the Help Center. So there will be support.ledger.com. Okay, so here's the link. So go to the Help Center. Then in the Help Center, there's going to be a button at the bottom. Okay, the bottom right corner. You can't see it here because my camera is right in front of it, so it's hidden by my camera here. But there is a Contact Us button. So you click the Contact Us button. Then you click the New Conversation button. Then you explain what happened, and then you'll get the option to either send us an email or be directed to Live Agent. So choose Live Agent. If the option to talk with a live agent is not available, just try a little later, because we operate in shifts. So there might be there's going to be a change of shift like very soon. So there might be a pause in live chat. And live chat might resume once the US team has started their shift as well. So yeah, do get a hold of a live agent and explain the issue. I'm guessing that the live agent will also gather the information for you, and then they will ask you to create an email, just because typically we'll need we'll need to do some analysis and things like that. So we'll need all your information. Okay, so Alan, if you send cases through that link, you probably received case ID numbers in your inbox. It's a 6-digit number. So could you please share those numbers, the case ID numbers, with me? You can share both of those numbers here in the chat, or or in the comments in the video, and I'll get back to you, not today, but I'll get back to you tomorrow morning. Okay, CF, Ledger Live is showing the update already. Yeah, it's possible that your version of Ledger Live was earmarked to receive the 2.2.1 firmware update, but you know, like your version was selected once when we initially started to roll out the updates, which was like a month ago ish. But you still might get the notification in Ledger Live. I think if you clear the cache, that might actually disappear. So let me show you how to do it, because currently the update is paused. So you would go into settings, help, and clear cache like that, and then confirm. That might actually make the banner disappear. If not, you can just ignore the banner, just ignore it. Next question, Tech World. Yeah, Alan, share the six-digit number you got by email from us. That's the case ID number. It's 6 digits. So for example, 100555, something like that. You can drop those numbers in the chat directly. It's safe. Tech World, when is the stacks coming out? I don't have an answer for you, unfortunately. We're still working on making sure that the stacks is perfect and great when you receive it. That's why we had to delay it. I've also ordered, I say it all the time, but I've also pre-ordered a stack, so I'm waiting for mine. I have tried the stacks. I have access to beta version, and they're great, so I'm very, very excited for the stacks to come out. What I can say right now is I don't have any TA for you. We'll communicate whenever we are ready to ship you the stacks. We'll send you an email on the email address that you used to pre-order. So please continue monitoring this your inbox, and whenever we are ready to ship you your stacks, you'll get an email from us. Okay. I know it's frustrating. I'm frustrated as well because I'm waiting for my stacks. Like I can't wait to have it, but at the same time, I'd rather have the stacks later, but have a top-notch device than something that's rushed, and that might be disappointing. So yeah. But again, I understand that it's not great to have to wait. Okay, Alisher, thanks a lot. Yeah, you're welcome. Next question. Yeah, that's Charles. Yeah, Charles, like if you could share those numbers. I'm gonna stay online for another minute. If the chat closes before you can share the numbers, then you can just drop the numbers in the comments. Okay. So once the live is finished, the comment section should appear under the video, and you just write the comments and you just share the case ID numbers there. I'll pick them up and I'll get back to you tomorrow morning. That being said, you can also go back to the Support the Ledger website and try to get a hold of a live agent as well. But please tell the live agents that you've already submitted cases, so they can close the applicate. Yeah, go ahead, Alan. I'm waiting. Just drop your numbers. Yeah. So I'm guessing you opened 7 tickets. So just drop them in. No, I'm not seeing them. I'm not seeing the numbers. So if that doesn't work, if you're not able to send the numbers through the chat again, you can just drop the numbers in the comments. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. Yeah, so let's say, for example, this is our live video, right? You'll just go in the comments here, and then you'll just type your comments and share the case numbers here. Okay, and that's it. Okay, CF, thanks. Yeah, thank you. All right, guys, so this is the end of the stream. Thank you so much again for coming on. It's always a pleasure to have you online, guys. I hope you're enjoying those streams. We'll be back tomorrow. Not me, but the next stream will be hosted by... So the stream tomorrow on Wednesday is hosted by the US team. So that will be hosted at 5 p.m. PST, I think, Pacific. but not entirely sure. But yeah, but there will be a live tomorrow for you guys. So if you have any questions to ask the US team, then they will be here to help you through any issue. Actually, yeah. So the live tomorrow will be at 8 a.m. PST. Okay, so early in the morning PST. No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong line here. 4 p.m. PST. Okay, so that will be at 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. So if you are based in the US, that would be a better time for you to attend those lives. If you have any questions, if you need anything else, please drop your questions in the comments, or you can wait until tomorrow's live to ask us questions directly. We are doing those lives every single day, Monday to Friday. Always a pleasure to talk to you directly, guys. Hope you enjoyed the live. Please don't get scammed. Okay, be careful. Never, never, never share your 24-hour recovery phrase with anyone. Anyone asking you for your phrase is just trying to scam you. Okay. Alan, no, I don't have your case numbers. Okay, so you'll need to just to drop the case numbers in the comments, because I don't see them in the chat. If you just drop them in the comments, then they should be there and you don't have anything to worry. If not, I would say like just wait for the live to finish and then come back in the comments and just drop the numbers there. Okay. Yep. Cool. And for all of you guys, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Bringsbox, no ETA for stacks. Yeah, no ETA, but just keep an eye on the email that you use to pre-order. We'll let you guys know when the stacks will be delivered. Yeah, Alan, the reason is probably because the YouTube chat is filtering like numbers like that, because it probably thinks it's a scam. So what you can do instead, just wait for the live to finish. Okay, come back to the live video. There will be a comment section under the video, and then just drop your case ID numbers in the comments. Okay, and then I'll pick them up tomorrow morning. And again, you can still get a hold of a live agent via the support.ledger.com website. Okay, cool. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you me on Thursday, but there will be a live on tomorrow. Okay, take care, don't get scammed, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.